they still want me to come out of retirement and whoop on some people.
Sign a contract. Exactly, sign a contract. If he wanted to fight, he would have stayed at 47.
I said, I'm the best at 154. Everybody know it. And I'm going to keep standing each other every time out, you know?
Terence Crawford versus Jaron Boots. Ennis remains one of the biggest dream fights in boxing. What once felt like a fantasy matchup has now turned into one of the sport's most talked about rivalries. The conversation exploded after Crawford took to social media with a series of comments that immediately grabbed the attention of fans, fighters, and analysts. Suddenly, the debate wasn't just about who would win. It became personal.
What's up, y'all? And I woke up this morning feeling grateful, feeling thankful, feeling blessed. Man, I'm living a dream, baby. Living a dream.
Crawford didn't simply dismiss the possibility of fighting Ennis. He mocked the young champion, suggesting fans only wanted to see him end Boots' career before it truly began. He even questioned Ennis' abilities with comments that quickly went viral. The reaction was immediate, with supporters on both sides debating whether Crawford was speaking the truth, playing mind games, or responding to the growing hype surrounding Ennis.
He obviously said he wanted to move up in comments to be undisputed at 54 or something like that. So, yeah, he definitely did say that too. Exactly. Yeah.
We ain't worrying about, right now we ain't worrying about Crawford. We're going to clean 147 now, then we're going to move to 154. If he there and he got a belt, we coming after him. Simple as that.
The rivalry reached another level after Ennis confidently stated that he believed he could stop Crawford if they ever met. Crawford fired back almost instantly, rejecting claims that he had avoided the fight and insisting that, had they shared the ring, Ennis' rise would have ended before it really started. Their exchange only intensified interest in a matchup that fans have wanted for years.
The draw, he's the ticket. I'll fight Terence Crawford. Come on, man. Boots had a chance to fight me. Virgil Ortiz had an opportunity to fight me, you know, but now everybody, I'll fight Terence, or I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, okay, cool. When y'all had y'all opportunity, you know, y'all went elsewhere. But now that y'all see I'm the ticket, now y'all like, oh yeah, we want to fight Terence Crawford. We want Terence Crawford. That's the narrative now. We want to fight.
We can get it on. So he says, what about you coming up? I said, no. I'm with Showtime. You know what I mean? I said, now, you want to make the fight? You call Steven Espinoza and talk to him and discuss that. Cause that's who we with. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know? And when I said that, I said, plus I'm loyal to these guys. I don't just leave and go to another, promotional company or what.
Although Crawford later suggested his comments had been misunderstood, the discussion was already impossible to stop. Years ago, Ennis stood as the IBF mandatory challenger and appeared next in line for a title shot. Instead of staying at welterweight, Crawford chose to move up in weight, leaving Ennis to claim the vacant title and begin building his own championship legacy.
I'm trying to tell you, 154, man, it's mine. 154 is mine, and they're gonna see, and they're gonna see, just stay tuned. And like I said, when I handle business October 11th, we're gonna see.
Crawford's decision led him into the greatest stretch of his career. He dominated Errol Spence Jr. to become the undisputed welterweight champion before moving to junior middleweight instead of defending against Ennis. While the move strengthened his legacy, it also left fans wondering what could have happened had the two undefeated stars shared the ring. The future Hall of Famer continued adding to his resume by defeating Israel Madrimov for another world title before shocking the boxing world with a victory over Canelo Alvarez. Those achievements cemented Crawford as one of boxing's all-time greats, while making a return to face Ennis seem increasingly unlikely.
USA and no Ring Magazine, an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Terence Crawford.
Meanwhile, Ennis focused entirely on his own journey. Rather than dwelling on the missed opportunity, he continued developing as a fighter and moved up to 154 pounds in pursuit of more championships. His rapid improvement and growing confidence have convinced many that he could eventually dominate another division, just as he did at welterweight.
Is all about two of the best in the 154-pound division squaring off for two versions of the 154-pound title.
Despite all the tension, Crawford has still shown respect for Ennis' talent by publicly backing him to win future fights. Ennis responded to Crawford's criticism with calm confidence, refusing to trade insults. Instead, he emphasized that his focus remains on winning championships and proving himself through his performances inside the ring.
Hey, shooting!
Boots has repeatedly declared that he believes he's the best fighter at 154 pounds. He insists every fight is another step toward proving he belongs at the top of boxing and has made it clear that he welcomes the biggest challenges available. His confidence continues to fuel comparisons with Crawford.
I know you don't particularly care for what Crawford says for the most part, but do you kind of feel like some of his critiques to you are I don't know, maybe hate a little bit? I know online he recently said that Fendora's best guy 154. He said Fendora would beat you. What do you like your thoughts on that? I
don't pay that no mind though. None of that stuff be bothering me, but like I said, I'm the best at 154. Everybody know it, and I'm gonna keep standing each other every time out. You know.
The contrast between the two champions keeps the rivalry alive. Crawford is the accomplished veteran whose resume is already complete, while Ennis represents the fearless new generation determined to become boxing's next superstar. Promoter Eddie Hearn has even predicted that Ennis could become the sport's next pound-for-pound king if he continues progressing at his current pace.
Just feel that Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. Obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy, and Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still very much in.
Hearn believes Ennis has the talent to surpass stars like Naoya Inoue and even Crawford by collecting titles across multiple divisions. Many fans agree, arguing that a fight between Crawford and Ennis would answer one of boxing's biggest unanswered questions and could become one of the defining bouts of this era.
So let me tell you something wild right now. I think Crawford should fight him right now if he's ever going to fight him. If he wants to, if Crawford has it in his mind to fight Boots, you might as well do it now. What did Floyd Mayweather do with Canelo Alvarez? Now Canelo was already an enormous draw, and that's the difference. Yeah. But he didn't wait till he got super old, and Canelo entered his prime. He got him right then.
Others see things differently. They argue that Crawford has already accomplished everything necessary to secure his legacy, making a dangerous fight against a younger opponent a risk with very little reward. From that perspective, the matchup simply no longer makes business or legacy sense.
Talking business right now, because if you're Boots, right? And I guess the thing for Canelo is, Floyd makes some good money there. Canelo had a nice following. Is there a super big following for Boots outside of just the boxing world?
That's what Matt is saying. The market is not that big.
I know, but what I'm saying is so the money was if I'm Crawford, would I jump out there and fight? Because Boots ain't no easy fight. Is the risk worth the reward? You know what I'm saying?
The answer right now is no.
I think Boots is probably a little bit bigger than we're giving him credit for commercially, especially after this performance. And I think if you fight Crawford, it would rise to a level. After Crawford's win over Canelo on Netflix, I think people do want to see this fight. Is it a mega fight? Maybe not, but I do think it's a very commercially viable fight.
Longer version. Even so, opinions remain sharply divided over who would actually come out on top if the fight were ever made. Supporters of Jaron Boots, Ennis believe his youth, athleticism, speed, power, and ability to switch styles could finally hand Terence Crawford the first loss of his remarkable career. They argue that Ennis has all the physical tools needed to push Crawford in ways no previous opponent has managed. On the other side, Crawford supporters insist that experience is the ultimate difference maker. They believe his elite timing, ring IQ, adaptability, and ability to make adjustments during a fight would expose the younger champion before he could establish his rhythm. To them, Crawford has repeatedly proven he can solve every challenge placed in front of him, regardless of style or opponent. It's a debate with no definitive answer, which is exactly why the matchup continues to captivate boxing fans. Until the two champions finally meet inside the ring, the arguments over who truly holds the edge are likely to continue growing even louder.
I'm out here in Tokyo, Japan, just going on me a morning walk. As it's more peaceful. Kids is great. My mom, my grandma, my sisters, nephews, nieces, they great. What more can I ask for? Hey, I done made it, baby. I done made it, baby.
Longer version. For now, Terence Crawford's future appears to be centered on legacy-defining mega fights, with another blockbuster showdown against Canelo Alvarez remaining one of the biggest possibilities on the table. Meanwhile, Jaron Boots, Ennis isn't waiting for that opportunity to come back around. He's focused on collecting world titles, conquering the 154-pound division, and building a championship legacy of his own. As both fighters continue moving in different directions, the possibility of them sharing the ring becomes more uncertain with every passing fight. Whether this long-discussed matchup eventually becomes a reality or goes down as one of boxing's greatest missed opportunities remains unanswered. Until that question is finally settled, the debate will continue every time Crawford or Ennis steps into the ring, with fans wondering what could have happened if the two elite talents had met at the perfect moment.